Namaste, welcome everyone. I'm going to take you through this 15-minute evening yoga practice. We will begin standing up for this one, and this is day 11 of the evening yoga movement. If you're not already signed up for this free 30-day evening yoga challenge, click the link down below in the description box. Let's begin in Ragdoll pose. So standing at the top of the mat, you can bring your feet a little bit wider than your hips, especially if you know that your hamstrings and your low back are pretty tight. You can bend your knees here, and we're just going to fold on down. And maybe it feels good for you to just let your arms dangle, or you might enjoy the extra traction of holding onto the elbows. I just don't want you to worry about straightening your legs, so a nice generous bend is great here. Really let your chest rest over your thighs, and you can sway a little bit side to side, releasing tension from your neck, from your spine. Each class of this challenge is paired with its own unique affirmation. Tonight's practice, the affirmation is, I am so grateful for the love in my life. I am so grateful for the love in my life. And really see what comes up for you when you think of this and when you internally repeat it to yourself. I am so grateful for the love in my life. If you're holding onto your elbows, release your hands down. You can turn your heels in, toes out, coming into malasana or yogi squat. So hips come down towards the mat, hands at your heart. You can use your elbows to push your knees open a little bit wider, lifting up tall through your spine. You do need to squeeze a little bit here through your glutes, engaging the muscles in your legs. And bring your fingertips down to the floor. We'll find a low lunge from here. So step your left foot all the way to the back of the mat. You want your right toes to be pointed forward, left knee is bent. And really let your hips press forward and down here. So gravity is dragging the pelvis lower towards the mat. This is option one. You might be better off just holding here. If you'd like to intensify the stretch, you can reach back with your right hand, start to bend into your left knee, and see if you can bring your foot in towards the glute. So what we're not doing is lifting our hips up to meet the heel. Keep those hips nice and low as you pull in. Slow, steady breaths, releasing and relaxing from your day. This is your time to unwind, your time for your self-care practices. Take one more full big breath here and very carefully release. Tuck the back toes under. We're going to step back up, ragdoll fold. Just for a moment here as you fold. And rather than going in our malasana, we're just going to go right away into our low lunge on the second side, vinyasa. Step the right foot all the way back, right knee down. Make sure your left toes are pointed forward and that you have your knee over your ankle. Really press the hips down, open through your chest, relax your shoulders. There's already a lot going on here. Don't feel like you have to do more. But if you did it on the first side, this time your left arm reaches back, bend your right knee and pull it in. See if you can still push into your big left toe. Soften into it a little bit more. very carefully release. Instead of stepping into Ragdoll, we'll find downward facing dog. Tuck the back toes under and reach your left leg back to meet the right. Paddle it out, maybe sway your hips side to side, whatever feels good here. Big stretch. And let's reach our right leg up to the sky, bend your right knee, open up your hip. Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Step that right foot forward, spin the back heel parallel to the shoulder edge of your mat and lift on up. So we're not in this pose too long. It's mainly just to transition and to stretch into the thighs. So bend into that front knee and we'll reverse. Left hand down, right arm up, big side body stretch. And straighten your right leg, lean it forward, triangle pose, Trikonasana. You might want to just hold on to your shin, propping yourself up. Instead of reaching our left arm up overhead, stretch your arm alongside your ear. Big side body stretch, lots of length. And looking down to the floor, bend into your front knee, downward facing dog. Step it back. And we'll find that sequence on the other side. Left leg rises, bend your left knee, open up your hip. Warrior 2, left foot between your hands, back foot parallel to the shoulder edge of your mat. Lift on up, palms facing down. Squeeze your left knee open and let's reverse. Right hand down, left arm up. And straighten your left leg. Let this carry you through to your triangle pose. So really opening up here. And keep reaching your right fingertips towards the front of your mat. Bicep is along your ear. Looking down to the floor, bend into that front knee. Downward facing dog, step it back. And let's find our pigeon pose from here. Right leg up. And you can bring your right knee behind your wrist. Square off your hips so you're not leaning on one side more than the other. Find a nice opening as you push into the fingertips, lift up through your heart, and then we'll fold all the way down. And you might bring one hand over the other or stay up on your forearms. But a good 10 slow, steady breaths here. Try not to struggle against the pose or to tighten up your arms too much. Try to find ease and comfort here. I am grateful for the love in my life. If you had folded all the way down, you can start pushing into your arms to lift back up. And we'll meet back downward facing dog. Tuck your toes under. Take your time here. Feel the effects of that big stretch in your right hip. And we'll switch sides. Left leg up. And bring your left knee behind your left wrist. Reach that right leg further back behind you, square off your pelvis. Find a nice little back bend as you stretch up and then all the way down. 10 slow, deep breaths on this side. Let's lift on up. And this will be our last downward facing dog. Just make any little movements and adjustments here that feel good for you at this time. And before we close our practice, let's find child's pose, either with your knees together or a wide-legged child's pose, whatever you'd like. And using this as an opportunity to ground and center ourselves. Child's pose can be so nurturing, really restorative. And let's lift on up. Come to take a seat. Lifting up nice and tall. Join your palms together at your heart. And take a moment just to scan from the crown of your head, working down, neck and shoulders, relaxing your body fully along the way. Down your spine, your hips, your legs, all the way down to your feet. I am grateful for the love in my life. Let's chant Om one time. Inhale to chant, big breath in. Namaste. Thank you so much for doing this evening yoga practice with me. Please leave me a comment down below. You can use the hashtag #GoodEvening so I know you're part of the evening yoga movement. It was a pleasure to practice with you this evening, and I will see you again tomorrow night for day 12. I would love for you to just take 5 minutes and do this affirmation meditation. Please do subscribe to my channel to support free yoga on the internet. You can do so just by clicking the subscribe button right here. Thank you so much, and I will see you tomorrow.